Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Let's get it. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis, as well as the blockchain community divided over the new ERC 404 tokens. I'll be breaking this down for you. We'll also be discussing crypto community fires back at Hillary Clinton's criticism of Bitcoin undermining the US dollar as a reserve currency. Also, breaking news, Peter Thiel's Founders Fund bought $200 million worth of Bitcoin and Ethereum before the institutions dived into Bitcoin ETFs. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin ETFs are sucking up 10x more Bitcoin than the miners can produce. And we do have a halving event occurring in roughly 60 days, which means the miner rewards are about to get cut in half, which can drive that demand by 20x the daily supply. And quoting Charles Edwards, $500 million a day, unfathomable demand for the Bitcoin ETFs. That's right, we have surpassed 500 million per day, and we're just getting started. Also in today's show, Bitcoin OG, who called the 2021 all-time high, sees a $600,000 Bitcoin price action by 2026. I'll be breaking down his timeline and his latest analysis. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more in today's show. Now, welcome everyone just joining us. Let me know if you can hear the stream loud, clear, and smoothly. Shout out to everyone in the live chat. Today's episode is brought to you by PrimeXBT. PrimeXBT is great for international users, especially if you're based outside the United States and you're looking for an exchange with very easy onboarding. Take a look at PrimeXBT. It takes literally only a few seconds to create your account and you're ready to start trading. You can join millions of users from beginners to professionals who use PrimeXBT to purchase crypto, trade crypto, and manage their investments the smart way. And you can create your account for free today. Just click the link in the description right down below. Not only can you trade crypto futures, you can trade global markets, as well as even copy expert traders, which is a pretty cool feature, which they have. They also have 24/7 support team where you can get your questions answered, which is very important. I highly recommend checking it out. You can see here they have 1 million plus users, 170,000 plus daily trade. They serve currently 152 countries and have 2 trading platforms. There are literally over 30 crypto future pairs, as you can see on your screen, the different markets, plus other assets like Forex, gold, oil, the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, and so on. PrimeXBT has very low fees, which is definitely advantageous for you traders out there, about 2 to 3 times less than on the most biggest exchanges. It supports both cross and isolated margin, and the range of leverage is impressive from 2x to 200x. And here on your screen, you can see the different markets from Bitcoin/USD, S&P, ETH, USD, gold, Litecoin, silver, you name it. Pretty impressive. And also, if you get started today, and you're gonna get a $100 bonus. If you deposit $500 or more, I repeat, this is a great option for international users, and it is a very interesting option for you to trade anywhere. Go ahead and take advantage of PrimeXBT today. Link in the description right down below. Take advantage of your $100 bonus. Get started today, and let's get it, shall we? Now, welcome everyone just joining the stream. Let me know if we're loud, clear, and smooth. First and foremost, I appreciate that. Shout out Jennifer, Adam, Biana, Stress-Free, Data Biter, what it do, 5x5 on stream quality. Love to hear that. Yesterday we tapped 50,000, a major milestone. We actually hit 50,300. We consolidated back to the 48 range, and right now we're trading back above 49,000. Let me know if you're pretty ecstatic right now. I'm writing a new book, says Adam. It is called The Harvest, Adam's Journey into the Seed Phrases. Well, looking forward to that one. A very good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Yes, we hit 70,000 subs, which is a major milestone for the channel. So greatly appreciate everyone's support. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate the cheers. Molly says, congrats on the sponsor. Yes, shout out to PrimeXBT. Great international exchange for you guys looking for low fees on a crypto exchange. Definitely a very viable option for you guys. So I'm happy to have them as a sponsor of the show. Further rise will take ages, says Timo. Define ages. How many days or weeks are we talking? Hi, JB. Congrats on the 70,000 subs. And here's to 100,000 next. Cheers to that. We have Darth Melda in the building. Looks like she turned the dark side. Found this crypto. I totally forgot about one. Meld, NFI. That was. Oh, word. Lima Charlie, shit out Corona Free. What it do? Back to 50 G's by the end of your show. Now we're talking, Mario. How many of you were on my pump watch? We literally went for almost 12 hours. I went live at midnight Puerto Rico time last night, which is 11 p.m. Eastern New York time. And we ended the stream close to noon my time here in Puerto Rico. So good 12-hour pump stream. We were hanging out at 50,000 in the beginning, but then it became a resistance. And unfortunately, we got back under it, but it's all good. JV, I just reached 2 ETH. Congratulations, Chief Santana. That's massive. Good afternoon, bro. Shout out to Koo's Dog. Appreciate ya. Mario Sosa says back to 50,000 by the end of your show. Send it. Sounds like your fancy mic is muted. My mic is muted. What do you mean by that? Let me know, family. Computer mic is on. That's not right. Let me hear myself. Your fancy mic is muted. My mic is muted. Sounds good to me. What do you mean by that? I think if my fancy mic was muted and I had the computer mic on, it would sound like trash. So let me know, anyone. Does it sound like trash or does it sound normal? Appreciate it. Oh my God, I don't care talk about Melda anymore. You are good, says Mario. Yeah, I don't have anything muted. The volumes are good on my end, so I don't know if that's your audio, man. You may have to refresh yourself there, broski. Sounds good, says Alice. Thank you. You scared me, Fax. Don't ever do that. You are good. Thank you, Ashley, Alice, Palm Beach, Chris. Good to see you, broski. I can hear yourself. Thank you, Adam. That's important. Shout out to Doug, just gifted a MicroStrategy membership of the channel. We appreciate that. Kiwi Fruit, you have been blessed with the MicroStrategy membership. You'll now have that star next to your name. So congratulations, family. And we appreciate you, Doug. Thanks for supporting the show. Greatly appreciate that. What it do? Molly says, sounds great. Appreciate that. What's poppin', family? It's fine, says Bina. 2028 is the year for 600,000. Send it. Great on my side. The sound is great. Good to note, family. Appreciate it. XX Gaming. What up, what up? Maybe my speakers are busted. Your normal sound more clear. Maybe, man. I don't know what it is, but we're good to go on my end. So that's good. Chia. Name pronounced. Subi. Welcome, Subi. Off X Road. Chia. I like that. Much love, much love. Welcome to the stream. 2028 is the year for 600,000. That's right. It's also the year of the dragon in Chinese astrology. Happy New Year. See you on the moon, brother. You already know Jameson. Much love, much respect. Bitcoin's a pumping again. We're marching towards 50,000 pretty quickly here. 49.2 right now. Down roughly only 1% now for the day. I think the markets are going to flip. We got some CPI data this morning, which was not bullish for the markets. We'll be discussing this here shortly. Before the halving, is Bitcoin will arrive at 32. I'm highly doubtful we go back to the low 30s before the halving, Leonardo. But there's always hope. Did you see Rigoberto? No, who's Rigoberto, BC? Sounds good, though. 2 more days to my Thiel badge. Woohoo! Congratulations, Jennifer. Appreciate you being a member of the channel now, going on for 3 months. Freddie, any other digital marathon investors here today? Small dip today, but Bitcoin is going up, so we'll be fine. I can hear you spitting the truth. Good to hear, Billy. 51,000 by the end of the stream. Send it. Who is the second best? Let's see.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
Yeah, there is no second best crypto asset. Sadly, crypto trades like an extension of Wall Street now, pretty much. Data biter, because people suck. People suck. Your haircut guy? Yeah, man. Shout out to JV's haircut guy, Roberto. Oh, my haircut guy. Now I get it. At first, I'm like, what are we talking about? Yeah, man. Shout out him because I got my cut on my birthday and I missed my appointment at 11 a.m. I slept in and I called him at like 11:30. I'm like, yo, I missed my appointment. And he's like, sorry, man, we're booked. You have to schedule it for tomorrow. I'm like, you don't understand. It's my birthday. I need a haircut. He's like, sorry, we're too booked. I'm like, will $100 change your mind? He's like, sure, come in at 3:30. So I got my haircut. He squeezed me in. All it took was a little bribe. No way 30,000s. says Paul Williams. There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied.
Finish the line for me, please. Bitcoin is number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. My phone is what? You sound fine on TV. Yeah, man, so it's your phone. Maybe you busted the speakers. Historically speaking, if the price stays above a particular target, or I think it is more than 130 days, it never retraces back ever. It's going up forever, Laura.
I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
30,000 is below the 200-week moving average exactly. It is just me. It sound kind of off today. Hopefully it's just you, Dirty. You and Facts. 30,000 is below the 200-week moving average exactly. It is just me. It sound kind of off today. Hopefully. Man, I mean, I'm testing it on my end. It sounds normal, but you guys are saying it sounds off. I don't know what to do there. I'm just looking at all the switches and be like, the mic is on. The audio sounds fine on my end, but sounds off to you guys. Maybe because I was up all night with a pump watch. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe because I'm not drinking kombucha and I just got clear water here in my cup. General agrees Solana is number 2. Right on. You're buying one if it goes down to 30. JB, I got a bonus paycheck and I am looking to invest into the second best crypto asset. Any thoughts?
Bitcoin. What's the second best? There is no second best.
Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate that. But anyways, fam, let's get the show on the road. If you're new to the channel, be sure to smash that subscribe button to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every day. Just like this, we just smashed 70,000 subs. The goal is to get to 100,000 subs alongside a 6-figure Bitcoin price action this year in 2024. And with your help, we can make it happen. So let's get it. Also important to hit the bell icon, turn on all notifications. That way you get notified each and every day when I go live. Today is pod episode number 1550. That's right. And so this is a pretty big milestone for us. We've been going strong now for 6 years. Today is February 13th, 2024. I'm your host, JV, and we're roughly only 2 months away from the Bitcoin halving, which is the biggest event that occurs only every 4 years in the crypto sphere. And let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. We can see Bitcoin trading at roughly 49,200 at the time of the live. We have Ether in the green, still trading above 2,600. We have Solana in the green, trading at roughly $112, while BNB, Cardano, AVAX, and XRP are pulling back and in the red, with one of the top losers being Litecoin, down roughly 6% on the daily. And checking out coinmarketcap.com, we're sitting at a 1.85 trillion market cap with 81 billion in volume in the past 24 hours, which means we're up 23%, with the Bitcoin dominance at 52.3% and the Ether dominance at 17.1%. Let's go. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers for the past 24 hours, we got Pith up 9%, followed by Blur up 7%, followed by Stacks up 7%, followed by Akash, Helium, and GNO. Now, which altcoins are you most bullish on for this bull run, fam? Let me know in the comments right down below. And checking out the crypto bubbles to get a visual perspective on the daily. You can see, I'd say the majority are definitely correcting and in the red, but we do have a handful of respectable gainers, including Pith, Stacks, GNO, HNT, AKT, and Blur. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, we're finally back in extreme greed with a 79, which is as high as I've seen this indicator in roughly 2 years. Prior to that, we did peak at roughly a 76. Yesterday, we were a 70, last week a 64, and last month a 60 in greed. And checking out the Bitcoin halving countdown. Only 64 more days to go, family, until the Bitcoin halving in 2024, scheduled to take place on April 17th. Now, you already know the miner rewards will get sliced in half, which is definitely a bullish catalyst, especially as we have unprecedented demand coming in the form of the ETFs right now. And we're going to have a supply shock, and a demand shock in the same year. So you already know what's going to happen to the Bitcoin price action. So take advantage of these prices below 50,000 while they last, because in my humble opinion, they will not last for long. So there you have it, family. Welcome, Adam. Welcome, Mario. Greetings, Mr. Garcia. What it do? Miles says 79. Holy moly. That's right, man. It's actually climbing here. We haven't seen it that high in a very long time. An extreme greed in the market. And ultimately, the more we're pumping unexpectedly, the higher that extreme greed is likely to climb. And I guess that can go all the way up to 99. I don't know if we've ever even gone up that high before, but nonetheless, high levels, which indicate we could be getting a pullback or a correction. And lo and behold, that's precisely what the market is doing right now, pulling back a little bit. So there you have it, man. We've had a pretty epic week, to say the least. Did XRP lose the lawsuit? Man, I mean, it seems like it's never ending. I know they won one major element of the lawsuit, so it could be considered a win, but it could also be considered a loss because they lost other elements of the lawsuit. And currently it's still ongoing with settlement. I don't think they settled yet, and that's what they're waiting for right now. Is it going to be more or less halving? What do you mean by that? The halving is going to continue to take place roughly every 4 years. It goes by how many blocks. So the first halving was in 2012. The second halving was in 2016. The third was 2020. This is going to be the fourth ever halving in Bitcoin history in roughly 60 days. No, they are going to settle. I'm curious, do you think it'll be like a $500 million settlement, a $100 million settlement? Probably going to be some big bucks, knowing the SEC loves to shake down crypto firms. I want a countdown clock until a large, aberrant meteorite takes out the blockchain, Silas. Yeah, man. Sounds good to me. Thank you, Jose Colon. Bitcoin can achieve 60% dominance as ETH might face velocity and cost problems. There is no second best. Cheers to that, Steven. 2% correction. Sell, sell. Laughing my ass off. Exactly, Reg. It's funny, right? Bitcoin miner SDIG, only 11 million shares. A gem for sure. Appreciate you sharing, Norm. Are you a hodler of that? Let me know. Just have to settle on the institutional securities part. There you go, Paul. I'm at extreme greed for more biddies. There you go, Mick King. SEC wants to settle because they can't risk another loss. They have taken a lot of L's recently. They took the L against Grayscale, which brought us our not Ethereum, but Bitcoin ETFs. And Ethereum ETFs are more likely going to be approved later this year, in my opinion. Will Bitcoin reach 50,000 again today? Very strong possibility, especially as JV goes live and you pump the likes to help pump the stream. That's how we roll. They sold the news today, but seems it 1 million times next day. Everyone always buys. Hi all, good day to buy. BTFD, cheers Steve. Yep, people on this channel got the right attitudes. Just a speed bump here and there or there. Don't panic, I increased my long position this morning. Congratulations Data Biter and congratulations to all the Bitcoin hodlers. Oh my God, crashing down. Ah, right Jennifer. Hit the likes please, cheers Gomer Pile. I wonder if the noobs think that halving means they lose half their holdings. Probably, for all we know. There's got to be a percentage of them. XRP will drop below 32 cents, then 5 cents. Greetings from Germany. Yeah, Max Kaiser says XRP is going to zero. They lost to Ripple where the judge, Torres, said XRP was not a security. That's right. I guess it's deemed a bridge currency, right? There is excitement. Where is it? I know the sound is a little weird today, but let's pump it up. Don't you know pump it up?
Pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up.
I sure know. This last resistance area is really stubborn. 49,247. Hillary Clinton for Speaker of the House. Jailhouse, that is. We will be discussing Hillary and her thoughts on Bitcoin as she continues attacking it. This guy is the best out there. That fake guy from Greece is fake. I don't know who you're referring to, the fake guy, but I appreciate the love, Gomer Pile.
You got to pump it up.
Fact says Bitcoin went to $2 once, then it crashed. Don't buy Bitcoin, it always crashes, LOL. Precisely how people feel, right?
Don't you know? Pump it up.
You gotta pump it up. Pump the likes to pump the stream, I appreciate it. But let's dive into today's Bitcoin technical analysis, aka astrology for men. Check some of the charts where the Bitcoin price action is likely heading next. Bitcoin saw snap losses into the February 13th Wall Street Open as U.S. inflation data dealt a blow to risk assets. That's right, as you can see here in the Bitcoin 1 hour candle chart, data from TradingView followed a 3.8% Bitcoin price decline on the day, bottoming out at 48.4 on Bitstamp. Bitcoin reacted badly to the CPI print, which exceeded expectations. Month-on-month CPI came in at 0.3% with year-on-year figure at 3.1%. to 0.1% and 0.3% higher than predicted, respectively. Quoting the Bureau of Labor Statistics from the U.S. here, the index for shelter continued to rise in January, increasing 0.6% and contributing over 2/3 of the monthly all items increase. The food index increased 0.4% in January, as the food at home index increased 0.4%, and the food away from the home index rose 0.5% over the month, an official press release read. In contrast, the energy index fell 0.9% over the month, due in large part to the decline in the gasoline index. So there you have it. Markets immediately began reassessing the likelihood of the Fed cutting interest rates, shifting their timing from March to later on in the year. The latest data from the CME Group FedWatch's tool put the odds of March's rate cut at 8.5%. As you can see here, the Fed target rate probabilities. Now, this inflation reading was much hotter than expected all around the board, according to the Kabisi letter, quoting them here. Core CPI was expected to fall, and it didn't, while the CPI inflation came in 20 BPS above expectations. A March rate cut is likely gone. They also added that avoiding the premature rate cut, which would boost risk assets, including crypto, was the Fed's top priority. Go figure. While inflation steals the spotlight from the Bitcoin ETFs, the recommencing of inflows into the spot Bitcoin ETFs, meanwhile, did little to steady the ship for the King Crypto. 49,000 remained out of reach. However, we're right back at that level at this time, as the day's outflows from GBTC totaled around 2,400 BTC, which is 117 million, per data from Arcam. And uploading the numbers to X, we had Dan Crypto Trades, who acknowledged positive trends persisting for ETF flows. These now absorbing the Bitcoin supply around 12 times faster than the new coins entering the market. Quoting them here, GBTC outflows remain relatively low, while the other ETFs are ramping up their buys more recently. Yesterday's ETF net flows saw another massive 493 million plus increase. This makes for 1.4 billion in net inflows during the past 3 trading days. We now have 12 consecutive positive days of net inflows. Let's go. Now, the difference between GBTC share price relative to Bitcoin and the so-called net asset value flipped positive for the first time in nearly 3 years last week. So another bullish indicator. And as Marty Bent points out here, here's the central bankers bragging about their corruption, like straight up quoting them here. It's a great business to be in. You can print money and people believe it. We actually fund ourselves. They said this in their own words. So pride cometh before the fall. Bitcoin is a much more ethical and sensible monetary system. Preach. So there you have it, my crypto fam. Welcome everyone just joining the stream. Pump the likes to pump the stream. We greatly appreciate it. Much love. Welcome everyone just joining us. Good to see you guys as well. Hodl for life. You can say that again, Jennifer. That's the name of thy game here. Welcome, welcome. What it do, Casey? How's life in Solvang, California treating ya? Never sell, says DataBiter. That's right. Happy 420. There's 420 people in the live. We appreciate the support. It's like I'm a young person. Wow, my first checkbook. Now I am rich. You can just print your own money, write your own checks. What is ETH? There is only one cryptocurrency. Yeah, man. ETH is some crypto with an unlimited max supply. So kind of similar to fiat in that sense. Likes pumped, stream pumped. Thank you, Jose Cuevo. I appreciate that, family. Love and light. Appreciate the love.
You got to pump it up.
You know what to do. Pump that mofo up. That's what we do here.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right?
Preach, Michael. Tell them.
The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever.
Darth Melda. Corrupt fiat. You got that right, Paul. What up, Rick? Exactly. There is no second best. You already know, family. Bitcoin is 66.7 CDN. I heard it's over 75,000 Australian dollars right now. The only orange that Hitlery will be owning is an orange jumpsuit. Bada boom, bada bing. Do I have my drum roll for that? Ah, there we go. It's a beautiful day in Solvang, California. That's what's up, my old stomping grounds. Shout out Solvang. Love you, bro. Shout out to DNA Noonan. We appreciate that. That's right, we do have a Discord link in the live chat. DataBiter says XRP also prints whenever they want to and plan to, so it is not rare. I don't know why people speculate on XRP when it's designed to stay low and manageable by its use case. Right on. Mooncat JV play Bitcoin's new tune, Fly Me to the Moon. Let's go. I love Laura. Orange pilled my mate yesterday after a session in the climbing gym. Nice, Matt. Congratulations. The gift that keeps giving. The orange pill. Sure, I hear Raul Pao say they were burning ETH, so supply would be reduced. Yeah, man, you got to be careful with these burning mechanisms and what they can do with that. Thank God Bitcoin has a finite limited supply. Nothing gets burned. However, there is crypto/Bitcoin, which is lost and gone forever. Some speculate between 5 and 6 million coins, which ultimately means there'll never ever be 21 million circulating. It'll be 6 million less than that. So you run the math, man. That'd be like 15 million Bitcoin, making it that much more scarce and that much more valuable. Shout out Earl Harris. Much love, JV and the crew. Greatly appreciate your family. Hillary is a Pinches Terranito. I don't know how to say that. Terranito. Orange suits her well. It sure does. Rex ate my keys. Oh, snap. My daughter bought $900 yesterday on the pullback. Right on. Shout out to Jennifer and her family, her daughters. Much love, much respect. But let's dive into our next story of the day and discuss these ERC 404 tokens. The headline reads, blockchain community is divided over the new ERC 404 tokens. A new Ethereum token standard that has taken the blockchain sector by storm is drawing praise and criticism from industry vets. Dubbed the ERC 404, the standard mixes the tech behind ERC 20 tokens with that of ERC 721, which is used in the creation of NFTs. One such use is in the realm of fractionalized NFTs, where the ownership of one NFT, such as the Bored Ape Yacht Club, is divided amongst multiple wallet holders under the ERC 404 standard. Now, ERC 404 was created earlier this year by synonymous developer, only known as Control and Acme, under a project called Pandora, which also happens to have issued the first namesake ERC 404 token on February 6th. Shout out to Gomer Pyle. I appreciate the super family, love and light. Since then, Pandora ERC 404 tokens have returned a stunning 530% and currently trade at 23,400 with a market cap of 235 million. For the next steps in its roadmap, developers plan to reduce protocol gas fees by 28 to 50%, quoting Pandora here via the ERC 404 protocol. Many of you guys have been asking about optimization for ERC 404 and how we plan on scaling and improving on the standard, so we thought we'd share some preliminary test results in which they share these results here. Not all are enthusiastic about the ERC 404 prospects, we have to keep in mind. Quoting another analyst, the negative feedback focuses on ERC 404 not following standard ERC procedures, and thus technically it is not being an ERC token, said Miguel Prada, co-founder and tech lead at Diva Staking. While there is a lot of excitement around this, it is uncertain what this ERC 404 can really do for Ethereum. The fact is, it is not a standard. It is a significant limitation that means it'll be constrained by those who integrate it independently. It could become a de facto standard with time, but nobody knows if any DeFi project or exchange will ever accept such a token. Now, while Prada acknowledged the value of the ERC 404 tokens to bring liquidity into a highly illiquid NFT market, he warns of significant limitations. Quoting him here, for NFTs that represent real-world assets, it is clear that you cannot exchange a fraction of a token that represents different asset classes. And also Ryan Lee, chief analyst at BitGet Research, agrees, although Lee notes that most ERC 404 tokens have surged in value soon after their creation. He warns that its path to widespread adoption may be difficult. Quoting him here, according to the introduction in the ERC 404 code repository, the protocol is currently experimental, said Lee. ERC 404 is currently not formally included in the Ethereum Foundation's ERC standard. He continued, it must be emphasized that within the ERC standard, there are already many similar protocols that merge fungible tokens and NFTs, such as ERC 3475 and ERC 3525. Shout out Earl Harris. I appreciate you supporting the channel by joining the HODL gang and becoming a member. Thank you, family. The current speculation around Pandora can be seen as the market's desire for innovative things and new types of assets on the Ethereum network, but its longevity still needs time to be tested. But ask Akash, head of developer relations at Layer 1 blockchain Haven 1, a new standard is the game changer. Quoting him here, this new experimental standard has the potential to turn the world's second largest blockchain into a leader in real-world asset tokenization and opens up a wide variety of new avenues for utility. He explained that for the first time, users can purchase and own tokens that adhere to both ERC-20 and ERC-721, equivalent to owning an exchange-traded fund in the decentralized finance world. Quoting him again, if a user purchases a full ERC-404 token, the NFT gets minted to their wallet. But if they elect to hold a fraction of the NFT as an ERC-20, they gain exposure to the price movements without the minting rights. And although momentum is growing, ERC-404 has yet to be officially accepted by the Ethereum Foundation and is still pending review as an Ethereum improvement protocol. Even this analyst warns of the risks of the standard lacking an official approval stamp. Quoting him here, this is a risk investors must be mindful of before allocating to new ERC-404 projects. Without an audit, there is always greater risk of bugs and therefore greater potential for losses. So tread carefully as we await the verdict on this exciting innovation. So there you have it, crypto fam. What are your thoughts on ERC-404 tokens, which are on the Ethereum blockchain? Let me know your honest thoughts and let me know if you've even ever heard of them before. Data says, I don't see ETH as a competitor to Bitcoin, at least in speculation or wealth storage. I just see it as a tool. They might be useful in the future as a bridge for many things. There you go. Who's gifting the memberships today? Tons yesterday. Yeah, there was like 40 plus memberships gifted during the stream, man. You guys were celebrating $50,000 Bitcoin. Love it. But I don't need to hoard a tool. Why would I want 5,000 hammers? There you go. ETH will never compete, only to buy it, to profit and move it into Bitcoin, says Jennifer. Agreed on that sentiment. I don't think it can be compared to Bitcoin as a store of value since switching its protocol, you know what I mean, from proof of work to proof of stake. Also, proof of stake is a red flag to regulators that it could be deemed an unregistered security and become attacked, which is definitely not a good look. What are your thoughts? But it does seem that the regulators, you know what I mean, the powers that be, the three-letter organizations we don't mention here on the channel, is colluding with the founders of Ethereum and the Ethereum Foundation, hence why they're not going after them. Otherwise, there's a lot of reasons they could be going after them. Instead, they focus all their attention on XRP and fellow crypto exchanges like Kraken, etc., as the crypto crackdown choke point 2.0 continues. We did close 50,000 last night, Freddie G. I do believe so. We had a very strong close the day prior at 48, and then it looked like we were floating above 50,000 most of the day. I don't know the exact daily close, though. You guys got to tell me. What's good, family? Shout out Raven. Ethereum Classic, then, Adam. What's the best crypto signal indicator to buy out there? I was thinking of buying Infinity Algo signal for $100 lifetime, but want your input. Man, what do you guys think? What's the best signal? Let me know. Get it, Casey. I'm going to get another one. I just got to move some fiat trash to my YouTube account. Do what it do dirty. You buying another full biddy today? Let's go. Congratulations, Raven. Music to my ears. There's no second best. You got that right, Julie. For sure, for sure.
Laura, take all your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin.
Tell him, Michael.
There's no second best crypto asset.
There is none.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay.
Tell him.
Don't you know, pump it up.
I know, pump it up, family. We close, depending upon your time zone, right around 50 Gs. Maybe a tad under in my zone. That's right. We're all different time zones. Good to note that. What up, Eric Castro? Good to see you tuning in, family. Shout out to C. Allen. What up, what up? Welcome to the stream. Pump the likes to pump the stream. There's now over 500 people here. Unprecedented times. Yesterday, we finally kissed 50,000 for the first time in 2 years. And now, price discovery around the corner, 69,000. Send it and let's get it. Right the wrong. Pump it up. What up, Laura? Good to see you, family. I'm going to sell all my Bitcoin. I lost all hope. I know you're playing with me now. You got to pump it up. You got to do it.
You got to pump it up.
How can I orange pill friends and coworkers? I feel like an outsider when I try to explain. Tune them into the pod. They're going to basically build rapport with somebody they can relate to. It may be JV. It may not be JV. It may be Sailor. It may be Kaiser. But trust, just point them in the right direction And if it was meant to be, it's meant to be. You can't force a horse to drink the water. You can only lead the horse to the water. And that would be you pointing them to whatever source you think is best for them to build rapport. If it's an older gentleman, I'd recommend Sailor. If it's someone in their 30s or 40s, I'd recommend JV. When I hear that pump, I can see topless girls jumping in a rave with some neon light, glitter shiz. Eric, my man, that tooth that was getting in the way in the back of my mouth just broke in half? Are you for real? Now I can bite down after dental malpractice was done to me. Woohoo! Well, hopefully you get a big lawsuit. You sue their insurance company and you can buy millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. Nice. Winning. And it's kind of crazy to think about it, but 20 Bitcoin is $1 million at 50 G's, man. And once we 20x from here, we're going to be discussing a $1 million Bitcoin price action. JV always messes up sayings. Hey now, how dare you? I'm good now, I can bite again. Nice. Bitcoin does not close, Asia wakes up, and then US goes to sleep. I bought some in Hive and more SDIG, nice. The Tuttle Twins, Bitcoin cartoon 3-minute video is the best orange pill, friends and fam. Nice, Jose. Is game theory an effect or affect? All the above. You can try to force the horse to drink, but it is not worth it. You may get a horse kick. Oh man, those horse kicks, they're bad. Love the cartoon, Jose. What do you think, Biden with the laser eyes? He said, just like we drew it up. I'm going to buy a pizza and some snacks that already hit a great podcast. Be right back. Cheers, family. Enjoy the snacks. Do what you got to do. I still got a lot of news to cover with you guys. Pump the likes to pump the stream. And please keep the comments coming. This is a live and interactive show. Casey says, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, and you fool me again. I remember that George Bush quote. Hilarious. I hate, a lot of rappers have sampled that. I hate thinking about what I have in stack. If not for the high fee family members who I have dumped half my income, propping up for years, I'd be rich already with my 3x holdings. Which alt has the 100x potential? Laura's looking for the Hail Mary. Anyways, fam, let's dive into our next story of the day. Let's discuss the latest with Hillary Clinton, shall we? The headline reads right here, crypto community fires back at Hillary Clinton's criticism of Bitcoin undermining the US dollar as a reserve currency. A video featuring the former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton's 2019 comments about crypto resurfaced on X over the weekend, sparking a renewed debate within the crypto community. Despite being from a November 2019 panel discussion, the video prompted responses and criticisms from many in the crypto space. Clinton said, once more, area that I hope nation states start paying greater attention to is the rise of cryptocurrency, because what looks like a very interesting and somewhat exotic effort to literally mine new coins in order to trade with them has the potential for undermining currencies, for undermining the role of the dollar as the reserve currency, for destabilizing nations, perhaps starting with small ones but going much larger. Now responding to Clinton's alleging that Bitcoin has the potential to undermine the US dollar as the world's reserve currency, Galaxy Digital CEO Mike Novogratz wrote the following on X. The only thing that can undermine the dollar as a reserve currency is reckless spending by both parties. Preach. Trump and Biden have normalized huge deficits and have put us in the worst fiscal crisis of my lifetime. Don't blame Bitcoin. It is a report card on fiscal responsibility. Now, shout out Novogratz. Very well said. Now, lawyer John Deaton shared the following. The incumbents who have been in power for decades and threatened by anything they can't control. Bitcoin is an asset, period. In America, people have the right to own assets. The fact that these politicians who believe in the government telling people what they can own and how they should live are scared of Bitcoin is the best advertisement to own it. Preach. God forbid regular people have access to the #1 appreciating asset of all time. Precisely. We also have Brian Morgenstern, head of public policy of Riot Platforms, also responded to Clinton's warning with the following. No, 2 trillion deficits undermine the dollar. The government spending 38% more than it collects causes dollar debasement. On the other hand, Bitcoin and other commodities can strengthen the dollar by tying it to global asset values and creating cross-border efficiencies. Precisely. And last week, we had Russian President Vladimir Putin also discuss the US dollar losing its dominance. He claimed the US is killing the dollar with its own hands by using the currency as a political tool, which we all know. And commenting on Putin's statement, even Elon wrote the following: "We have overplayed our hand in weaponizing the dollar. It was a dumb move." But clearly, it was all by design because they want you poor and eating bugs and happy doing so. And eventually we'll be in a cashless society and we'll have CBDCs, which is programmable money from the state. What can go wrong? But fortunately, we have Bitcoin as the antidote, right? So as long as you have the escape valve, you won't be controlled with that level of slavery and enslavement from the CBDCs telling you what you can and what you can't buy tied to a social credit score, because you know it's coming down the pipeline, family. You know what I mean? That song is ingrained in my DNA now. Nice. All I know is I haven't paid a single dime towards my student loans. F that. Smart man, Eric. Putin told Carlson, "Why you keep printing? Don't you have better things to do?" Classic. Trump Vivek 24 says Daniel Mika. My biggest gain so far, Solana Pith and Parse IQ in the last 6 months, says Doug. Hey, I know I try not to think about it though. I wanted to go all in years ago and was never able to. Last year I started accumulating again in self-defense. I need a retirement plan, says Data Biter. Escape the matrix. That's right, man. 100%. Love being controlled. Yeah, most people love their oppressors, unfortunately. It's sad. Hence why they support them through their banking cartels. You can tell a million fools all about Bitcoin, but you can't make them understand it. True that, Mooncat. Trump Ramsawani 2024. Hillary needs to go away. Far, far away. Preach, Earl. Would the U.S. government give away billions of U.S. to Afghan warlords or Iran if they're really worth anything? Precisely. They sure as hell aren't sending Bitcoin to anybody. I love Kathy Wood in those sexy glasses. I would love to give her a deposit right in her ETF. Man, well, Max gave her a deposit in her ETF, and he's bullish on ARC21. I just 4XCKB today. Vivek is anti-CBD, not VBDC. You can lead a horse-faced person to the perfect money, but you can't make them buy you ice cream. Exactly. They will have JV eating Banance Lady nutritional pellets forever. No bugs for him. That's hilarious, Silas. Casey will have hit you up next time on the way out. Grab some pastries. The people don't understand what is actually happening with their own country. It's sad. It is very sad, Jennifer. What is called when people fall in love with their captors? Proxy or something? Moosh house? I don't know that word. Good question, though, Casey. What's good? 600K, definitely not bait. This is a legitimate prediction. We're going to be covering our feature story from Tor Demister, a Bitcoin OG. 600,000 is absolutely in play, Andre. Stick around, I'll break it down. JV trading, Pacific pesos and Oz here in Australia. Word, 76,300 pesos. Whoa, JV, the latest Bitcoin pump was probably Iran converting those pallets of dollars to Bitcoin. Send it. We need that Middle East money. Oil money, enter into Bitcoin, bring it. That's right, maybe Stockholm Syndrome. There you go. Stockholm Syndrome. Boom, boom, bada boom, bada bing. Back to 50,000 tonight, 60,000 incoming. Zach Hudson, that's right. When 60 G's, baby. February, let's go. It's time. Govern me harder, Brandon. What up, Nuck? Good to see you, Mr. Choris. JV wired money to buy another full biddy today. Nice. Stockholm Syndrome. That's right. You guys got that right. But anyways, fam, let's dive into our next story of the day. We discussed the latest with Hillary. Now let's discuss a $200 million buy from Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel has been very bullish on Bitcoin for a long time. In fact, he spoke at the Bitcoin Miami conference a few years back and predicted Bitcoin would hit 400,000 per coin. And I've covered that numerous times here on the podcast. Well, he's buying more Bitcoin. Institutional investments into Bitcoin and crypto continues to make the headlines, with Peter Thiel's Founders Fund reportedly pumping $200 million into Bitcoin and Ether in 2023. Now, those that don't know, Mr. Peter Thiel, he is one of the initial founders or co-founders of PayPal back in the day, alongside Elon Musk. So according to a Reuters report citing sources with intimate knowledge of the venture capital fund's crypto investment move, Thiel's firm invested $100 million into Bitcoin and Ether, respectively, as talk of a pending spot ETF approval ramped in the United States last year in 2023. Founders Fund has a long history of Bitcoin investing, with Reuters reporting the firm had been acquiring Bitcoin since 2014 and previously reported on another Bitcoin investment made by the fund in 2018. The Founders Fund made over $1.8 billion when it liquidated its Bitcoin holdings in 2022. And while VCs and hedge funds like Founders Fund have been able to buy Bitcoin directly on the open market, major financial institutions and funds have had to wait for spot Bitcoin ETFs to gain exposure to the asset class. So the price of Bitcoin surpassed 50,000 February 12th yesterday, reaching a milestone it last traded at back in December of 2021. Market analysts and industry commentators highlighted the impact of Bitcoin ETFs on the surging price of Bitcoin in recent weeks. Spot Bitcoin ETFs attracted over 1.1 billion in inflows in early February as outflows from GBTC continued to slow. And according to a February 12th CoinShares report, Bitcoin ETFs have attracted 2.8 billion of capital inflows since they started trading January 11th. Now, analysts at Bitfinex highlighted the Bitcoin ETFs, excluding Grayscale's GBTC, hold over 192,000 Bitcoin, bringing the total assets under management to 59 billion, the highest since early 2022. And the latest Bitfinex Alpha report also notes that the combined holdings of Bitcoin ETFs and MicroStrategy account for a whopping 1.8% of the total Bitcoin supply that will ever exist. While the value of the Bitcoin held is significant, it suggests that the holdings pose no significant threat to the decentralized nature of the Bitcoin network. Quoting the Giga Chad Michael Saylor, Bitcoin is the world's most popular investment asset. It is novel, digital, global, unique, and uncorrelated to traditional risk assets. That makes it a natural addition to the portfolio of a responsible investor. Preach, Michael.
Then take all your time and figure out what you can sell to buy Bitcoin.
Precisely. MicroStrategy founder Michael Saylor spearheaded the software company's move to convert its treasury holdings into Bitcoin back in 2020. In fact, they were the first publicly traded company to do so. And on February 13th, they shared that Bitcoin is becoming an increasingly attractive asset in an investment portfolio. Quoting him here, Bitcoin is the world's most popular investment asset. It is novel, digital, global, unique, and uncorrelated to traditional risk assets. That makes it a natural addition to the portfolio of a responsible investor. Preach. Where are my responsible investors at? Holla, hodl, holla, hodl, holla. Saylor added that there are 10 years of pent-up demand for Bitcoin from institutional investors that can finally gain exposure to the digital asset through Bitcoin ETFs in the US. He highlighted what he observed as a rebalancing with investors moving capital between futures markets, the miners, MicroStrategy, and ETFs. Following that, I think the asset has found its footing, and people are beginning to realize that there is 10 times as much demand for Bitcoin coming in through these ETFs as there is supply coming from natural sellers, which are the miners. Market analysts also noted drastically different macroeconomic factors as Bitcoin smashed 50 Gs for the first time in 2 years. The Bitcoin halving and Bitcoin ETF approval in the US are major focal points, according to eToro market analyst Josh Gilbert. That's right, man. Bitcoin halving right around the corner, roughly only 64 days out. That's 2 months and 4 days. So let's get it. Welcome everyone just joining the stream. We greatly appreciate everyone's support. Pump the like to pump the streams. Anyone here own Bonk? Ask Gomer. If you guys do, let us know. Earl, appreciate gifting a membership of the channel to Crooks Boy. You've just been blessed with the MicroStrategy membership. Cheers, family. Let's get it. Eric says, most people don't know money for what it is and are too ignorant to take time aside to explain. Can't force them to drink the water, and why would I want to take the weakest horse to the water anyways? Good point. Those seeking a better way and an escape out of the matrix, focus on them. There's plenty of us sleeping lions out there that just need to be nudged and pointed in the right direction. For real, for real. So let's get it, family. I got bonk, says DNA. It's the funniest meme coin. I only hold Bitcoin leverage miner spot, says Norm30. Word, wish me luck. Do what it do.
And if you absolutely love the thing that you don't want to sell it,
we're still pumping, family. 49.5, only 5 hundo away from recapturing that 50G milestone. Major psychological resistance just due to the level being dead in the center between 0 and 100,000. So let's get it. Bitcoin is more likely to go to 100,000 than go back in the 20s. Let that sink in. Next world war is going to be against Bitcoin, says Jose. I had some bonk, but just didn't want to drop a big enough amount to make the potential gains worth it, says Raven. Don't worry about the CPI crap. Yeah, I can care less. They just fudge the numbers anyways to manipulate the markets. We know these fools and what they're up to. Pronounced Crowboy, St. Croix. Nice. Crowboy, cheers, fam. I only have Bitcoin. I can't multitask. And Lisa, I like it. Dedication. I am a noob to bonk. Sold all my Sheeb for bonk, says Gomer. Held Sheeb for years, but Sheeb has failed me with lies. Word. What lies did you buy into from Sheeb? Let me know. Laughing my ass off. The Bitcoin Wars 2030. The war is on, family. You already know. The powers that be perceive Bitcoin as a direct threat to their central banking cartels. Because it is a direct threat to their central banking cartels, Bitcoin separates the money from the state. This is the biggest threat to the forces of evil. Facts. They manipulate the basket of goods. I'm surprised they still even try to lie about it. I know. Why even bother at this point? The central bankers are straight up. Yeah, we just print money and out of thin air. It's pretty cool. We create our own economy. Next World War won't be against Bitcoin, but who can buy as much of it before there is none left? Cheers. Shreebarium, what is that? Shebarium burns? Lies. I see. I got about 20 million Sheeb just in case it ever hits a penny. Raven. Orange or blue pill? Orange all day. Did Sheeb promise anything themselves? Stay in the game long enough and you too shall become a Bitcoin maxi. Precisely. Anyways, pump the likes to pump the stream. We still got a couple of more stories to share with you before we tap into our live Q&A. Let's discuss the Bitcoin ETF demands 10x, the actual daily supply being awarded to the miners, and then we'll dive into our feature story of the day from Tordemister, who is a Bitcoin OG, projecting the Bitcoin will reach $600,000 per coin. But let's focus on this ETF demand. Bitcoin ETFs are sucking up 10x more Bitcoin than the miners can even produce. That's right, spot Bitcoin ETFs scooped up 10 times more than Bitcoin than what the miners were able to produce on Monday, February 12th, which was yesterday. According to preliminary figures, at least 493 million, roughly 10,280 Bitcoin flowed into spot Bitcoin ETFs as of February 12th. We have BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust, who saw the lion's share with a massive 374 million flowing in. Meanwhile, Fidelity's Wise Origin Bitcoin Fund saw inflows of 151 million, with 40 million for ARK21 shares Bitcoin ETF. Grayscale outflows of 95 million and 20 million from Invesco Galaxy ETF slightly offset this, though net inflows were almost $500 million. On the same day, Bitcoin miners produced around 1,000 Bitcoin worth roughly 51 million. And according to blockchain.com, which they said just 10% of the amount of Bitcoin being hoovered up by the spot ETFs. So a similar trend was also observed February 9th with approximately 12,700 Bitcoin worth 541 million worth of assets flowing into the ETFs in aggregate compared to 980 BTC worth 45 million added through mining. So BlackRock led the way with 250 million worth of inflows, while Fidelity again came in at second at 188 million. ARK21 shares saw large inflows of 136 million, while Grayscale outflows fell to their lowest level for the week at 51 million, resulting in the bumper day of aggregate inflows. And yesterday, February 12th, Bitcoin pioneer Anthony Pompliano commented that Wall Street loves Bitcoin in an interview. Quoting him here, there is a 12.5x more demand for Bitcoin than what it is being produced on a daily basis. Let that sink in, family, because in 2 months, we're going to have a Bitcoin happening where the mining rewards get cut in half. So this is going to be 25x more demand than what the Bitcoin supply issuance is to the miners. That means around 80% of the total supply has not moved in the past 6 months. He said before adding there's only 200 billion in Bitcoin, which is tradable. So these ETFs have sucked up 5% of the entire tradable supply of Bitcoin in only 30 days. Again, this is pretty unprecedented. And later on the uncensored version of the show, we're going to be reacting to Pompliano's interview on CNBC talking about this massive demand from the CBDCs. And as pointed out here by Charles Edwards of Capriole Investments, $500 million a day, unfathomable demand for Bitcoin ETFs. And this was in response to BitMEX research pointing out Bitcoin ETF flow on February 12th, strong day on the 12th with 493 million flow over all the products. So things are starting to heat up. Can you say supply shock, demand shock, incoming, Bitcoin halving 2024? Going to be a pretty spectacular year. Let me know your thoughts. Shout out to the HODL gang, MicroStrategy, Satoshi, and all the rest of you guys. Grayscale, we appreciate you. My lord, you've been putting in the hours recently. For real, Tom. We just did a 12-hour pump stream midnight. We finished the stream at 12 in the afternoon. We're doing 2 streams each and every day. We do the live stream for roughly 2 hours. Then we do the premiere in the evening. And now we're doing pump watches because the market is in high alert with all of the pumpage going on, unprecedented times. And you already know Bitcoin having only 2 months out. Things are about to get lit. So I can't contain myself. So it is what it is. More ETFs soon. That's right. Not only will there be more ETFs, there will be game theory. We're going to be getting ETFs out of Hong Kong. They're expediting the process since January 11th, going live here in the States. They already have their first applicant, hopefully to get approved very soon. We also have talk out of El Salvador. There being ETFs, unlike the ones in the United States. They're going to have Bitcoin in, Bitcoin out, in which Bukele will be leading the charge, as Max Kaiser already shared. And then we also have nation-state adoption, sovereign wealth fund adoption, and all that's not even taken into consideration for the supply shock. We've just been focused on ETF inflows, which are roughly $500 million per day. So with them sucking up all the Bitcoin available supply on the daily basis, what do you think is going to happen? It's basic supply demand. We can throw all the TA out the window because when you have massive demand and limited supply, numbers must go up. And that's precisely what we're witnessing right now in the market. And we haven't even did the halving yet. It's 2 months out. I think post-halving is when we start to go parabolic and we start to see insane, unprecedented price discovery levels you can only dream about. What are your thoughts? 51,000 today. Send to Jennifer. 120 when? Soon, Marcus. We may see 120 this year. We shall see. You're right, JB. Chinese New Year ends February 24th, soon after. So yes, happy Chinese New Year, Year of the Dragon. More bullishness. It's a green dragon, which is the wood element. Green symbolizes wealth and prosperity. Green, also the color of jade. Somebody told me what the second best crypto was. Nipsey something. Put an enu at the end. There you go. Supply shock and FOMO like a mofo. Let's go.
Mortgage your house and buy Bitcoin with it. And if you've got a business that you love because your family works for the business, it's in your family for 37 years.
It's par sick, not par IQ. Good to note. Appreciate that, Doug.
And you can't bear to sell it, mortgage it, finance it, and convert the proceeds into the hardest money on earth, which is Bitcoin.
Sage advice. The UK is slow to get on the ETF bandwagon, but who cares when you own the real McCoy? Good point, Mooncat. Bitcoin ETF is not equivalent to self-custodied Bitcoin. Not your keys, not your coin, nacho keys, nacho cheese. Firmament thingy, Silas. You're fun, full of facts. Cheers. I'm thinking of starting a company to offer cold storage to the moon. Entry point rockets to poke through JVs. 60-ish level march. We're coming. We're marching. 60 Gs. Bring it. Well, golly gee willikers. 60,000 on the way. Send it, man. Let's go. Nipsey QT 3.14. Is that a Fibonacci? What up, Demand BTC? Thanks for subbing to the #1 Daily Bitcoin Pod. We got now over 600 people on the stream. Pump the likes to pump the stream. And now let's dive into our featured story of the day and discuss Bitcoin OG, who called the 2021 all-time high, seeing a $600,000 Bitcoin price action by the year 2026. Let's break this down, and if just joining us, make sure to pump the likes, to pump the stream. We greatly appreciate it, family. Bitcoin will see a minimum of $200,000 per coin in the coming years and could even pass $500,000, according to popular crypto analysts. Let me know if you agree or disagree with that sentiment. In his latest update on long-term Bitcoin price action, advisor and early Bitcoin evangelist Tor Demeester put Bitcoin at up to $600,000 per coin by 2026. Let's go. Bitcoin hitting 50,000 this week comes amid renewed belief in higher levels yet to come. Bullish Bitcoin price arguments focus on a cathartic effect of both April's block subsidy halving and the newly launched spot Bitcoin ETFs. While the former reduces the emissions of new Bitcoin, the latter is already exerting additional pressure on the available supply. So for Tor Demeester, the macroeconomic factors are on the radar. Quoting him here, in 2021, Bitcoin topped 69,000. That's right, that was on November 10th. How many of you were here in crypto, especially in Bitcoin, at this time? Seems like yesterday, right? Let me know. Quoting him here, I'm targeting 200 to 600,000 per coin by 2026, fueled by trillions of dollars in global bailouts / stimulus, as he shared here on X. Of banks and governments, for example, US government today is already spending more on interest payments than on their military. Only way to keep going is to print an ocean of money, which ultimately means the purchasing power of the dollar is mathematically guaranteed to go down, while the purchasing power of Bitcoin is mathematically guaranteed to continue to rise, as it has been for the past 15-year bull run for the King Crypto. Now, a series of subsequent comments on X reference systemic problems in the US banking system and the government's future obligation to supply liquidity to halt their decline. And I even shared yesterday, we're going to have another regional banking crisis, as Arthur Hayes pointed out, which can drive Bitcoin soaring potentially to $1 million per coin. But anyways, this reflects a process that is already ongoing, with reporting on potential risk asset price volatility hitting in March as a result, which we know is right around the corner, a couple of weeks out. And asked where he expected Bitcoin to hit its next multi-year peak, Demeester added that anywhere from 2025 onward is possible. And on the topic of mainstream interest, so far lacking, despite Bitcoin being up nearly $12,000 in under a month, he argued that 50,000 represents a watershed. That's right, quoting him here, I expect for retail to start waking up soon. Remember, there is no fever like Bitcoin fever. Now, how many of you got Bitcoin fever? Holla at your boy. Demeester is well known for his decade-long contributions to the Bitcoin sphere. In 2019 and 2020, he correctly predicted the most recent Bitcoin all-time high between $50,000 and $100,000 per coin. Notorious Trader sees entire market going lower. Let's switch it up to Crypto Capo, probably the biggest bear for the past year, which we tend to make fun of here on the channel, but nonetheless, one bearish voice continues to stand out in his latest analysis shared with Telegram channel subscribers. We have Crypto Capo warning that the 50,000 mark represented a turning point of a different kind. Quoting him here, I was bullish short term from 40,000 because there were possibilities of reaching 50. It got hit. Now what? I am expecting a rejection of Bitcoin from the 50,000 level while the alts keep pumping more, forming a divergence. After that, the entire market should reverse. Now, I want to make it clear that I disagree. I don't think we're going to reverse anytime soon. I think 40 is the new 20, and we're currently closer to 50 at the time of this recording. So a price target of 12,000 is pure idiocracy, in my humble opinion, but I'd love to know your thoughts, family, in the comments. And what are your thoughts surrounding Bitcoin OG Tor Demeester calling for a price target of between 200 and 600,000 per coin by the year 2026? Can you see 600,000 materializing? Let me know your honest thoughts in the comments right down below. Me personally, my price target for the cycle peak, which I believe is going to occur in 2025, is anywhere between 222,000 and 500,000 per coin. But again, that's between now and 2025. So by 2026, is 600,000 possible? Anything's a possibility, especially with unprecedented money being printed, and especially with the deficit in the United States currently surpassing $34 trillion. And that's not going to slow down anytime soon. What if the dollar were to hyperinflate sometime sooner than later? Kind of like the Argentine peso experiencing right now, or the Nigerian naira. That's why Bitcoin continues breaking out to all-time highs in all these different countries around the world. Why? Because it's just basic math, right? The more money you print of this fiat crap / tulip mania / Ponzi scheme, right? The more in inflation the poor is going to have to pay, which is the way they tax the poor, unfortunately. What's the escape valve? What's the escape hatch? How do you unplug from the matrix and protect yourself against these CBDCs, which are coming down the pipeline, which is state-controlled programmable money by central bankers? You stack sats, you never look back. And if you can stack sats, continue to hodl, you got this, family. I believe in you. Just keep stacking sats until the wheels fall off, because eventually, with this money printing, the wheels will fall off. Let me know your thoughts, family. $600,000 Bitcoin by 2026. Holla at your boy. I believe the demand is so strong to go back to the lower levels, precisely, especially as we're entering a halving, man. Capo's been impressively wrong, to be honest. It is not easy to do. I know, especially when they double down on their inaccuracies and bad judgment, as if like, yo, I was right, and just keep doubling down. I love my pet rock, yes, because our pet rocks have outperformed every other form of money to ever exist in human history. What are we up, like 50 million% with our pet rocks? So God bless our pet rocks. In a short period of time, Bitcoin demand will be too much. The discussion shifts from buying Bitcoin to buying Satoshis. Let's go, Bitcoin clan. Bitcoin clan ain't nothing to what with. There we go. Excited for the 1 million BTC? Send it. It's just a matter of time. 1 million, I predict by 2029. What are your thoughts? Kathy Wood even increased her prediction. We can hit, I think she said 2.3 million now by 2030. He's sold and is hoping to buy back in. Capo is a fool. Preach. Yeah, man. You are in a comfortable situation, and the euros will inflate 9 to 12 months ahead of the dollar. The dollar is hyperinflating as we speak. Preach. Prices don't lie, family. $100 at the grocery store doesn't do what it used to do. We fall today, tomorrow we soar. There you go. Settle for 2029, JB. Man, 2029 will come before you know it. Bitcoin will be, if not millions, at least hundreds of thousands of dollars by then. 1.618 soon, in weeks. Let's go. Excited. Nice, nice. In a short time, Bitcoin demand will be too much. The discussion shifts. I think so too, Mike. Just a matter of time.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. It isn't slightly different.
1 million Bitcoin by 2029, 2033. Let's go. Capo should be called Wacko.
What's the second best? There is no second best.
Grow your own everything. There you go. Grow your own Bitcoin too. The superior apex predator crop is the Bitcoin. The cycle peak should add a zero to the price 6 months ago. That'd be 200 to 250,000 cycle peak. And if that doesn't count the macros affecting the price, right on. 1 million this year, says Barek. Let's go. Look at it climb. Bring it. That's right. 49.5 right here, baby. We're only 500 away from recapturing and kissing 50 G's. Wow. For real, for real.
I'm not saying I'm number one.
I'm sorry, I lied.
I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
50,000 today for shizzle. Bring it so we can continue to pump on hump day, which is tomorrow, midweek. Can't wait for Coinbase to open futures on Bitcoin. February 24th can't come soon enough. So is that the official date? Are they opening up futures in another week and a half, 11 days out? But inflation will take bite out of that Bitcoin purchasing power. So beeth. I keep preaching, Casey. I hope doesn't annoy too many people. You're good, Steve. But yeah, 50 G's, let's get back. We're so close. $400 away. Planting a Bitcoin tree. There you go. Bitcoin. 1 million is wild. I kept all of my Bitcoin from 2013. Today I would have had 120 million. Whoa. You sold in 2013, big dog? That's crazy. If you sold today and bought back in at lower, you win. Pump it up. Now we're talking.
Don't you know, pump it up.
100%. JV coin would be the second best. Here in Commuta, it's the 24th anyhow. Where's that located? Commuta, Wrench Whisperer. I see that Bitcoin. Oh Lord, it's going back to the top. Started from the bottom, now we here. There is no second best. Thank you, Miss BC. You're right. Let's go. AI, USDT. I was watching Jay. Cheers, Phil. Capo is just creating fear for the non-believers to sell and buy the dip. I dreamed last night the Bitcoin will be the future. Bitcoin is the future. Oh, ish. AA, feel for ya. Bonk. Wow. Is Bonk ripping right now, Gomer? Oh, Lord. Send it. Let's start a corn train. A non-GMO Bitcoin train. Because you know how all the corn has GMO? Thanks to Monsanto, we can get like Bitcoin, non-GMO Bitcoin. How you like that? AI will pump Bitcoin. Up 500 since you started streaming. You gotta love that, man. I think we're up 600 now. Only 400 away from 50 G's. Who's Capo's cats? Yes, says Gomer. I love it. The Bitcoin. Keep it coming. JV, first Bitcoin billionaire we will know. I think many of you will become Bitcoin billionaires before I, especially the OGs who got in 2011, 2012. I didn't come on board till 2017, so I'm one of y'all. I got a long ways to go. We're still new. I grow Skywalker OG. I dig it. Is Capo the guy with the man bun? I think he just uses a picture of the Godfather. JB, if a blockchain company went public and was traded on the stock exchange, what would do to the price of their token? Can that happen with something like Chainlink, for example? I don't honestly know. I think it would be bullish, but I guess there's so many factors, it's hard to tell. I guess if they did everything right with the regulators, then it can be very successful, but I don't know. Has any other coin done that? Went public with a publicly traded company? Let me know. Glad I bought the dip this morning. Nice, Casey. Capo is selling wolf tickets. That's the proper term. Shout out Nate Diaz. He's selling wolf tickets. What's up, fam? What up, Emilio? Good to see you, fam. Still at 13 million BTC. Word. I grow my bags with this channel. Thanks, fam. Shout out IMK. I appreciate the support. Love and light. 1111 in Hawaii. Happy 1111 family. Now closer to $300 away from 50 G's. Bitcoin's about to flip green, live and in the flesh during our live Q&A. Pump the likes to pump the stream. We appreciate it, family, and cheers. I love bugs so much, I can never eat one. Molly, I feel you. The only reason it's flying high is because you're live. Thank you, family. I'm humbled. I am not complaining at all. I mean, I bought my house with Bitcoin, made my first million, and still holding some. Well, congratulations, AA. Exactly. So you're still winning. Hashtag winning. Bags are getting heavy. Nice. All I hear is pump it and hump. Pump and hump. What? I love the green. Boom, shakalaka. I got to sample that from NBA Jams. He's on fire. Boom, shakalaka. Yes, if Melda suddenly has a golden cauldron one day, pump it up. I wonder if I could get one of Elon's Neuralink chips put in my head with my seed phrase on it in case I forget. Oh boy. JV, all the talk about Bitcoin, but I am glad you told me not to invest into Cornlog. I am all in on Bitcoin. Congrats on that. Yeah, I don't know nothing about Cornlog, so I'm glad you went all in on Bitcoin. Smart move. Hey JV, what do you think about Bitcoin mining companies like Marathon Digital? I'm bullish on the miners, of course. I don't own any miners, so I'll keep it 100. I'm all in on Bitcoin. 49.7 incoming. You already know Jerome. Thinking we might break through. Very doable. 51 incoming. Jennifer's been calling it, so I'm with Jennifer on that. 51 G's, send it. Not an ad. Oh no. End of the world. You got to get that premium membership, big dog. You shouldn't be seeing any ads. Bitcoin. JV. Are you iOS or Droid? I'm iOS, fam. Once you go Mac, you never go back. And I went Mac like a decade ago. I'll never go back to PC. 49.7, baby. Good morning, bud. I know it's like 5 p.m. Yeah, it's 5:14 p.m. here in Puerto Rico. But good morning to you, brother. Check the 3 million charts, bro. Oh, the 3-minute charts. Shit looks cray-cray. Nice. JV, Google Cornlog, bro. I guess I'll have to. Because I am the great cornholio, as Beavis and Butthead will say. Ran to town, surprise, we're still going. Bitcoin always pamps when I am AFK. Right on. I DCA'd on the dip per usual. Sats. YouTube Premium worth every penny. Agreed. Save your time, family. I'm feeling a bit corny. It's a good one. There needs to be Bitcoin in every single one of these messages. There you go. Linux is the way. Shout out Linux. I'm a fan. Anything but PC. Windows sucks. 3 months chart. Okay, the 3 month chart. They're saying the 3 minute. Check the 3 month chart. Hate Microsoft. Me too, because I hate Bill Gates. So I don't like, what's their video game system? The freaking Microsoft Xbox. Not a fan. Nothing Microsoft related am I a fan of. We're going to hit 62,000 by February 23rd. Send it. I saw it in my cauldron. Well, I hope you're right, Darth Melda. I have faith in you, young Jedi. I paid $70 for an Android phone, spent the other $700 plus on BTC. Nice. Winning. Let's go. iOS is the way to go. The way of the peaceful warrior, you know what I mean?
Hey, pay attention on how I break this Bitcoin slang down.
Pay attention now. Linux, 100%, and BTC. Stock hodl syndrome. Got the stock hodl syndrome. Are you a good witch? Asked Phil C. from Melda. She's only the greatest. What doesn't have Windows but should have? Bill Gates. Prison. That's a good one, facts. Hate Microsoft trying to force upgrades on customers. Yeah, not a fan either, man. We all have that stock hodl syndrome. Might take till mid-March. Dog is trying to sell close to $3 billion in Bitcoin. Word? Now, Windows is aight if you know what you're doing. Been on the platform for 30 years and practically taught my tech literacy class at high school. The reason I don't like it is it's so hackable. I was always wasting my time dealing with hacks and viruses. And I'm sure the antivirus softwares only gave you more viruses. It was nonstop. So at least with Mac, like I've never been hacked and I don't have to deal with fighting or resetting and rebooting from scratch or factory resetting because of viruses and shit being injected into my, operating system. So part of the reason I love Mac, I haven't had to deal with any of that. And I was a professional blogger, I was actively spending hours a day blogging every day. And yeah, Windows would drive me freaking crazy. System updates are fun, yeah. I know how to hack Windows, learned how to hack back in the 80s. Wow, old school. Bitcoin popping like corn. There you go. Bitcoin. You'll settle for 63 G's? Let's go. Mac Daddy. DCG and Genesis are selling 1.4 to 3 billion Bitcoin. They won their lawsuit. Word. Who else loves updates? That's true. Antivirus on the Windows yourself. Basically, you need an antivirus software for Windows to run optimally. Windows 98, XP, and 7 and 10 are great. Hey, Emilio, have some corn. Only roughly 300 away from 50 G's, man. We're still pumping. Muy bien, mi amor, Melda. Disfrutando esta Honda. Bitcoin popping like corn. I get it now. Yummy Bitcoin. Yum, 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 yum. 69,420 incoming. All-time high price discovery. Let's go. All we got to do is flip and rearrange those numbers around on the screen. We got this. A hard drive failure in 08 got me into Linux. Some years later, Linux guys got me into Bitcoin. Wow. Winning. Cheers, Matt. Had to restart my Linux machine. Bitcoin. Bitcoin. You guys are awesome. Yes, we are going to have an after party on Rumble. The link is right there in the chat. So we're streaming right now on Rumble. As soon as the show ends, when we're done with the Q&A, we'll continue with the uncensored version. Exclusive on Rumble, so make sure you're following us on Rumble, family. Who is our captor? Asked Jose. Bevis and Bitcoinio. Bitcoin for my bankroll. Windows 10 and 11 are legit. Translation, enjoying the wave. BitConnect! How much Bitcoin would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck Bitcoin? I'd say 2.5 Bitcoins. JV, you live in Puerto Rico, learn Spanish. I know, Emilio, it's sad. I'm trying, bro, I'm trying. JB, how long do wire transfers take for yours to show up in Strike? I don't know. I've never used a wire transfer with Strike, so I don't know. But typically, wire transfers are slow as molasses, just in general, with the legacy banking system. So, for example, I know if someone wired me, like the banking system is the same ACH BS as in the States as here in Puerto Rico. So it works the same way. So if, hypothetically speaking, my mom sent me a wire here in Puerto Rico, it wouldn't arrive the same day, but typically the following business day, it would appear. So I would imagine bank wires work like that in most places, where it's never the same day, but it'll be the following day. Maybe the same day it'll show pending, but it won't become available until the following day. That's typically how the bank wires work. And I hate it because if I go to the bank to do a bank wire, it's like a 2-3 hour wait, and it's the slowest process. And even the banker will recommend, are you sure you want to send a wire? It's very slow and they're not going to have it. You sure you don't want to do like a certified check or this? And they'll try to convince you not to do it because they know how bad it is and how outdated it is. And meanwhile, you got to pay like 20 or 30 bucks to send the wire, and it's not even the same day. And then you got to calculate there's a percentage of wires that never even reach their destination, right? I don't know the exact number, but it's not a good look. Whereas with Bitcoin, my mom can send me Bitcoin, or I can send her Bitcoin instantaneous, virtually for free. Very minuscule fees and almost instant. We don't got to wait several days. We don't need permission. We don't have to show up in a bank. We don't have to waste 3 hours of our life and be convinced by the banker to send it another way. You know what I mean? No middleman. It can be over the weekend. It can be on a holiday. There's just no comparison. So once you go Bitcoin, you realize how outdated the legacy banking system truly is. Let me know if you guys can relate. Why not send XRP in seconds? Because who accepts XRP? Anyone you know? You doing transactions in XRP with other people? The only people I know in XRP is people probably tuned into the channel. And even with that, many of you probably have no desire to receive XRP. So is that realistic? But I do understand the banks can use XRP as a bridge currency, but I don't know any human beings actually using XRP. Do you guys use it? I know some hodlers of XRP that are just investors and they hodl, but I don't know any stores. I don't know any Ferrari dealerships, Rolex vendors accepting XRP. Do you guys? Love the fam from Russia. Shout out Peter from Russia. The banks are going bankrupt. XRP is for the banks, I understand. XRP is XPR. I don't know what that is. 100% says Wrench. I spend $2 to $5 every time I pull out a $20 bill. They stole it from XRP and they tried to put XRP out of business. Bank transfers almost instant. They're like Bitcoin. Yeah, the bank transfers are great, only it has to be the same bank. So for example, the main bank here on the island is Banco Popular. So I can send a bank transfer from one account to another, but what if they're banking with someone else? Then that's no longer a viable option. XRP, please, fool. If it does, Andre, that's a great time to buy. Just DCA for sanity's sake. YouTube Premium is definitely worth every penny. Preach, Miss BC. The night Bitcoin will drop, XRP is done, says Jerome. Max says it's going to 0 against the Apex Predator. What are your thoughts on that? Wonder how many vendors will accept Dogecoin. The only one I know is Elon, pretty much. I sure as hell would never accept Doge for anything. If I was trying to sell something, I think the only thing I would accept as far as crypto is related, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USDT. Anything else? Don't really interest me. XRP is doo-doo butter. Doo-doo butter. There is no second best, says JPG Ninja. What up, Ninja fam? Y'all remember that game Shinobi back in the day? I used to play at the arcade. Shinobi. You guys would rather have Japanese yen or what? Pretty much. I'd go with Japanese yen over some of these ish coins for sure. But that's just me. But But anyways, fam, here's what we're going to do. I've been streaming for about an hour and a half here on the tube. We're going to continue with the uncensored version exclusive on Rumble. For those that don't know, if you're new to the show, I stream simultaneous on both platforms each and every day, 7 days a week. So we're streaming live right now on YouTube. We're also streaming live right now on Rumble. The YouTube stream is about to end, and we're going to continue with the uncensored version of the show, which is exclusive to the community Rumble. My Rumble link is always in the description. You can find it there, or just go directly to rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net, or simply open the Rumble app and just type in Crypto News Alerts. You'll see the live stream. We're going to be doing a live JV Reacts to the latest CNBC interview with Pompliano. We'll be having an unfiltered, uncensored conversation over there. I look forward to seeing you. I will be back here on the tube at 9 p.m. Eastern with the premiere of today's show. And we may do another pump watch if we can break out back above 50,000. I do feel 55,000, the next logical target, once we get right back on top. And we're only roughly $300 away at the time of this live stream. So I appreciate the support. Thanks for all the likes. I appreciate that. But head on over to Rumble right now and let's get this mofo lit, uncensored style, on the Rumble platform. Deuces YouTube. I'll see you guys soon. Peace. All right, YouTube stream is over. Rumble fam, where you at? Where you at? Make some noise. Make sure to drop a comment.